Hello my beautiful fragrance family, Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification, and I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews. That 40-ish and under dollar range, and most of these are way less than that, and a good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. Finally pulled the trigger on this one. I see it at the store all the time. I haven't been completely let down by them yet, so I decided to just finally get the thing, and I'm talking about the original Hollister Wave. In that sky blue juice atomizer cap, got a little bit of texturization on it. The bottle's got that little twist like all the other Wave bottles, kind of like a Middle Eastern building. And the atomizer itself doesn't really squirt out a whole lot, so it doesn't do that great there, but I mean it does the trick. And the atomizer's got a little weight to it, and it's metal, so that's kind of cool. I like the bottle. I like the way that it looks. So what you get in this one is it's got this sweet, crisp citrus up top bamboo combination. Sweet, crisp citrus, bamboo, and lavender isn't a top note, but I get a great dose of that lavender with it. The sweet powdery part of the lavender. The base, you definitely pick up on a lot of that base. Like none of it really comes out too much more in the dry down than from the opening. It doesn't change a whole lot from what I've seen, from what I've experienced on this thing. So you still get that clean musk, good dose of that saltiness, and some of the sweetness from the tonka bean. There's some sweet qualities and sweet facets in this fragrance, but it's not overly sweet. It's more fresh, relaxing, aquatic at the same time. The bamboo yuzu grapefruit combination gives it a very crisp, watery, relaxing, invigorating at the same time kind of feel. The bamboo gives it a real chill vibe. So if you wanted to, you could wear this thing on and just lounge. But it's also a good gym fragrance because it's juicy and it's not offensive. It's not abrasive by any means. Up on your skin. When you spray it right up on your skin, it might not be the best, but to me, I don't think it's too bad up on skin. But in the air is really where the magic of this thing happens. When I first sprayed this thing on, I sprayed like some on my hand. I was wearing like maybe something else. It wasn't like pushing off, but I was waiting for it to all the way fade off. And I just put some on my hand just to test it out. And I could clearly smell just that thing mashing me in the face. And I was like, wow, that thing really has a good air quality scent to it. So that's where the magic of this thing is in the air, because I think personally it's a 6 out of 10. I think it's a really good smelling fragrance, and I can go as high as a 6 out of 10 because the performance is average. I didn't think that it was going to last as long as it did because it was such a fresh, not necessarily light because it was projecting, but it's not a heavy fragrance. It's aquatic, airy, citrus, slightly powdery tonka lavender combination, and some sweetness. Heavy dose of salt. So I didn't think that it was going to be very long lasting, but it did decent. It was at least 5 hours. At least 5 hours, maybe 5.5. So it was at least on that average, maybe just a hair more than average, believe it or not. This is 2024, the beginning of August. So I found this one at, I think it was Burlington, for 20 bucks. And so these newer ones are still doing okay as far as the performance. And it's definitely a summertime, casual, daytime, leisure kind of a fragrance. And I can easily see this thing raking in compliments. It's one of those kind of fragrances that I think this will probably rake in more compliments than either the other two, because there's a bit of I don't know if it would be a sparkle, but there's just something in the air when you spray this thing, more than on skin. It's in the air, something that's kind of a little bit more attention grabbing, to me anyhow. When I kept smelling it, I was really enjoying, almost like an incense, you know, like kind of like the thing that's like in Versace Dylan Blue that makes it such a compliment beast, the incense ambroxan combination. The thing that's in like Diesel, Only the Brave, that kind of, there's like a hint of something in here that does the same thing that those two do, that make people just want to give you a compliment when they smell you wear this thing. So it's a little bit, just maybe a hair more youthful, but I think that anybody could enjoy this thing because it's so inoffensive. Office, gym, casual, beach, it works for like anything during the day in the summer. Pretty much anything. Not necessarily business, but office does pretty good. So You see this one for $20 and you're just itching to buy a nice summertime freshie that doesn't smell just like everything else. It kind of has similarities to Free Wave. That's the closest thing that I can think of that it smells like to me that I've smelled, because as far as those being a flanker, they really followed in the footsteps of this thing pretty well. They really did. They're not like far off of the path of the original. They're following right behind the footsteps of this. This is the foundation, and they just, you know, like Wave 2 kind of did like a creamy melony kind of thing. Free Wave, how would I describe the difference in that one? It's a little thicker, a little richer, whereas this one has like kind of the best of both of those worlds. So it's a good smelling fragrance for what it is. It's a 6 out of 10. In my opinion, a solid 6 out of 10, because the scent profile, I think personally, is a little bit better than your average fragrance. That's just me. I kind of like some youthful fragrances sometimes because, I mean, they just do the trick, right? And I live in Florida. I know I'm going to be wearing this thing to the gym a lot. These Hollister fragrances are kind of hated on, I think, sometimes, or overlooked, when really a lot of them are actually pretty good. They're good at being inoffensive, safe blind buys, compliments. I get compliments almost every time that I wear my Hollisters. So if you just want to know the summertime freshie, again, it's a little bit of a sweet, aquatic, watery, crisp citrus combination. Lavender, sweet part of the lavender, very salty. I can't say that enough. It's very salty, clean musk, tonka bean, and some driftwood. There's a little bit of woods in this thing, but it's not like a real dominating kind of a wood. It's just more the crisp citrus, sweet lavender, clean musk, tonka combination, and a great dose of salt. That's what's going on in Hollister Wave, the original. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always, and until next time.